Okay, so hello and welcome to this special kind of video for the channel. If you haven't already realized, this is not a tutorial, this is going to be a tour around our new website. So we've had the website for a while. It's not necessarily a new website, but it's been completely revamped. We've changed framework, we've changed everything really, we've added so much more to it, and I'm here making this video to show you guys what it's all about. So before we get into the fine details of everything we have added, I want to give you a quick overview of what we've been working on. So we've now got 3 portals. I'm going to put all those links down below. We've got the role manager portal, the student portal, and the teacher portal. So this video will only cover the first 2. The teacher portal I'm not going to mention because that's only for a small amount of people, and if people need explanations about the teacher portal, we'll give that to them in the Discord server when they become a teacher, or an architect. Eventually we'll have an architect portal too. Essentially the different portals are for different people, right? So the average user, when you've made an account on our website, you can just go onto our student portal. You know, you have full access to the student portal when you create an account and log in. And then the role manager portal is available to everyone too, but to actually apply, you need to sign in and connect your Discord account. Okay, so I will get into the application process in a minute, but I want to mention the overview of the student portal. So in the student portal now, you have access to tickets, suggestions, commissions, and orders. There'll be plenty more to come on there. That's just what we have for this V1.0 release. So in tickets, you're able to create tickets, use and chat in the tickets just like you would in our Discord server, and edit your ticket. So if you type the description wrong or select the wrong language, you know, if you do that wrong, you're now able to actually easily edit that so that the person, the teacher who comes to help you with your ticket, doesn't read it wrong and then you have to apologize for typing it wrong. You know, you can edit it yourself before then, which is handy. For suggestions, you can obviously create suggestions that we will then go through all the suggestions, read them, and we'll change the status of the suggestions so you guys get feedback of what we've done with it. So if we decline it, then you'll notice that. If we are considering it, you'll notice that too. So you can always check up on all the suggestions you've made, and then that'll help us get more community feedback on what you guys want to see, what changes you want to happen, and so on. Then for commissions, you're able to, yet again, create commissions, edit your commissions just like you could with tickets. And then the future of commissions I'll get into when we go around to that, but it's just, currently commissions are just essentially requests for paid products that you can do, but it's going to be much more than that in the future. And finally, orders. So if you want to order a product from us, because we're going to have a huge shop of different products we've made, you can get access to the source code too and fully documented and so on, and we'll have video examples of using it. For now, we just have a few little projects you can download if you want to, help support us in a way and also get access to some of the code we've written. Keep in mind those will be updated, and if you've paid for a product and we update it, you'll get access to just downloading the update. That's fine. You have to do that through the main website, just dapperdino.co.uk, and then if you log into your student portal, you can preview all of your downloads, all of your orders, and then from there you can actually download them. And if you've previewed an order but decided not to buy it just then, you can actually see all the things you've previewed and decide from there whether you do want to go ahead and pay and buy it, or decline it and be like, no, actually I don't want that. So it's up to you, right? It's just an overview of your orders, and that's it. Those are the functionalities that we've added, and now I'm going to get into the actual specifics. Okay, so the first part of the website we're going to dive into is the application part, the role manager, which is at apply.dapperdino.co.uk. The link is down below to all the different portals if you want to get to those easily. And this is obviously where you apply for roles such as teacher and architect. Now, this video isn't about me reading to you what they're all about. That's what we've put on the website. You guys can go read about the different roles. If you want to be part of our team and you think you're qualified enough, and even if you are not sure, you can always make an application, tell us about yourself, and then we'll review it. And even if we choose to decline someone, we still have an interview, a little talk with them, and let them know maybe why we didn't accept them, whether it's they need more experience or other reasons, whatever, right? We'll get back to you. We're not just going to cut you off completely. And if you want to pick one, you just click on the one you want to pick, and it tells you all about it. But you can't actually obviously create it without logging in, so you can click on login, and then here you can log in. So I'm going to go ahead and log in. Then you get redirected back to the page when you've logged in, and then you actually are shown a form. So here's the form. You can put in why do you want to be a teacher, so on. So I'm not going to read all these, but you fill out the form, press submit, obviously, and then we get notified about applications. We can preview them, we can accept them, decline them, choose to interview you. If we choose to interview you, then in the server you'll be added to a private channel with the person who chose to interview you, and you can have your chat, and then they can decide whether to accept or decline from there. All the functionality I'm showing you now is in the Discord bot as well as the website, but this video is going to be strictly for the website. If you want to use features on here in the bot, then feel free to use the command, and you'll get a list of all the things, and I'm not going to waste time in this video going over that because it's all the same stuff that's on here. You can fill out forms in the bot and so on. So you can apply for teacher or architect, just same form, maybe a few different fields. And then recruits and applications. You guys won't see this. I only have access because I'm an admin. I can preview all applications. I'm not going to show you that. But yeah, that's it for the applications, really. You just apply, and then if you get accepted in the server, you'll get the role, and we'll chat to you and talk about what you got to do. So yeah, let's move on to the student portal. Okay, so the student portal is at student.dapperdino.co.uk. You see there's a pattern there, and the link's down below to that too. The student portal is for you guys. Obviously, the applications are also for you, but not everyone's going to be applying. This is the more general portal that might have useful stuff for you, and we're going to keep adding more features to this. Now, without being logged in, you can preview all the features, and then when you log in, you actually get access to them all on the left, which I'll show you in a second. So you can read these to see what it's all about. We've just given some short descriptions. If you have any ideas for how we can improve the text here, then feel free to go ahead. We've just written this now so you guys know what it's all about. I've explained it in this video too. Obviously, you can go log in just like I did earlier. And when you get back onto the page, you'll have access to those 4 different categories on the left. And so we've got tickets first. So let's get to tickets. Now, as you can see here, I've got a kind of dummy ticket just for testing that's open right now. So you can preview all of your open tickets right here. And if you go to create ticket, then you get shown a form just like all the others. And you can fill in the data about your form, select the language framework, create ticket. And just like the other forms with applications, that ticket will then get created as a channel in the server. And then people can chat in the server between you and them. So for example, if I go to tickets and go to my ticket and press this view thing on the right, I can then preview it. Obviously, I just typed out whatever rubbish, and I can load the channel messages. So if this ticket was open in the server right now, which it isn't actually because we've got all the tickets closed, you'd see a chat thing, just like an instant messenger with your messages and anyone else in the channels. And if you send a message through the website, it will actually be synced with the server by the bot. The Discord bot will send a message on your behalf saying, Dapper Dino said this via the website or whatever. So you can actually talk from the website to the server and get your ticket done regardless of whether you're both on Discord, both on the website, or one's on each of the other. It doesn't matter, right? So that's quite cool. Sadly, I can't show you that now. For this update, obviously, we closed all this channel down, all the server pretty much, just to be able to update everything. So when this video goes live, you'll have access to all the stuff I'm showing you now, and you'll be able to start creating tickets again. We'll reopen the channels while this video is uploading, and everything should be back to normal, but with all the new features. So yeah, let's get to suggestions. Okay, so as I mentioned, suggestions, you can create them just like all normal. I don't need to insult your intelligence. You guys can, put in your description, say what it's about. We'll probably add more to that in the future. But for now, you can see all my test stupid suggestions. Obviously, they're by me. They're not looked at. This one's been completed. So we can actually change the status. You'll notice the student doesn't have access to change the status. But on our end, on the admin portal for it, the teacher portal, we can actually change the status, obviously, to whatever it is. We don't want you guys, if we complete a ticket and then you guys just set it not to looked at, obviously, that's not a nice thing. But you guys can obviously update the actual text and type in case you do it wrong, just like with tickets. You can edit that kind of stuff. And yeah, that's it for suggestions, really. It's just a way for you to give feedback to us. It's not much more complicated than that. And then commissions are very similar to suggestions, but they have a different purpose. So, you create them, something you want, and we get it. But the difference between commissions and suggestions is how we treat them. So suggestions are just stuff like, oh, can you make a video on this? Or, I think your server would be better like this, or whatever, right? People can give suggestions about, it's all about feedback for suggestions, really, and ideas. Whereas commissions is actually products, things you want, right? Commissions are obviously paid products. We'll discuss and come to an agreement on price for doing a commission. Just like you might, pay someone to do a job for you. It's basically that. If you guys want us to do coding related jobs for you, you come here, you create a commission, you fill it in. We put a string field for the budget rather than a price field because some people, it's not as easy as I have this much money, whatever, right? You might put your budget, but you might also want to explain about your budget as well. We can obviously discuss after this how long it's going to take, whether we think the payment's fair, whether there's anything we're a bit unclear about on the functionalities. Right, it's just for you to say, oh, I want a bot that does this. You fill out what it's all about. People would usually do this in DMs with us, but it's very hard to keep track of that and have loads of DMs open by different people. It's much easier for you guys to file a commission, and then we can preview them all and change the status and get back to you about it and so on. It just makes our lives easier. And the future of commissions, I'm not going to explain it too much right now, but we're going to move to a point where people that create commissions might want something specific for themselves that, only works for their server, for example. So in that case, we'll just make it for you and we'll, exchange the cash and, you get the point. We'll do the job for you. Whereas we might want some commissions where someone suggests something for us to make for them, and we're like, oh, that's a good idea. Lots of people might really want that. So then we can strike a deal where we'll make them the product and we'll sell it on our website as an order. You can order it just like I mentioned earlier. But we'll give the original person who asked us to make it a discount. Obviously, the discount's subject to change, I don't know. But we'll basically thank them in a way for giving us the idea, and then we can sell it to everyone if it's a really good idea. That's more of the future. That's not right now. I just thought I'd mention that in case you were interested. And then for the orders, as I said, you only see orders if you've got orders. I don't have any orders for my own products, but if you did, you'd see it here just like a normal field, and then you can just press view your order, so on, download it. It's not very difficult. And then finally, leaderboard. So this is more of a little fun thing we added. It's not that important, but it displays the top 100 members currently based on how active they are in the server. We have no way currently of filtering. I mean, you could always search for yourself, like Dapper Dino, whatever, but we're going to add a proper search thing here that would find you even if you're not in the top 100, and maybe we'll highlight you or put you right at the top saying what position you're at. We're going to add a bit more to this, but it's not really our main concern. We just had a few people ask to add it, so we thought it was a little cool thing. You can see if you're in the top 100 people of the server and where you're at, and who you're close to overtaking. It's a little fun competitive thing, I guess, for being active in the server. This doesn't encourage spamming, because if you spam, the slow mode thing won't let you really, or if we notice people spamming purely just to gain XP, then we'll probably kick them, just for messing around. But this is a pretty good representation of who's active. All the top people are pretty much people have been here for a long time and have helped out a lot. So I recognize all the names here, a lot of the names anyway. So yeah, if you guys spot yourself on here, then thanks for being active in the server a lot, because top 100 in a server that has 2.5k members, that's pretty good. So yeah, I just want to thank you guys as well for all the suggestions to developing the website. I mean, most of the suggestions for how to develop it have been in the private channel for the team members, but we've also had some feedback from people in the general chats, how the website looks or what features we should add, and we're going to do a lot more of that in the future. We're going to add polls for people of what we want next, whether it's ways to book private mentoring sessions, or ways to actually learn through the website. So I have videos in the website for different learning paths. I'm coming here and I want to start learning Python for machine learning. So then you can get specific tutorials that'll teach you the basics of Python moving into machine learning, for example, right? That's what we want in the future. So feel free to give suggestions in the suggestions tab, make good use of it for what content you want to see. And also in the server as well, you can obviously do the same thing by leaving a suggestion. Everything on here, as I mentioned, is in the server. But yeah, I don't want to let this video drag on too long. I just wanted a quick overview and describe to you guys what goes on and how it works. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys in the next video. It'll be a tutorial back to normal after this. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Peace.